Hi there, this is Pam Vandenbalk with Team Image. I have Ashley here, and we're going to be sharing with you guys how to apply your team makeup. So this is for Legendary Athletics, and you will notice that you have a little card that looks just like this. So it's going to give you all of the instructions, but this is going to be the easy how-to. So here we go. We're going to go ahead and start, and you want to make sure that you have a nice clean face. So the very first thing that we're going to do is do the cleansing gel, and we've already done that with Ashley, so we don't need to do that. But you want to make sure that when you're taking care of your skin and using all of these products, that you wash it daily. You want to wash your skin when you wake up in the morning, and you want to wash your skin when you go to bed at night. So once we do that, then we're going to apply a little bit of oil-free moisturizer, which is absolutely the best thing to use. And this is going to hydrate the skin. Sorry about that, Ashley. Didn't exactly want to come out there, did it? Plop, plop. All right, so apply the oil-free moisturizer, and this is going to give our skin the hydration that it needs, and it's also going to look more glowing and give you a better overall look. So we have the moisturizer that's on, and then what we're going to do is we're going to apply concealer, and the concealer is definitely something that you want to use if you have any redness under the eye or any brown underneath the eye here. And also sometimes in photography and in performance there's shadowing that goes on underneath the eyes, so you want to just make sure that you just squeeze a little bit of concealer. And this is the Extra Help Concealer. The products we're using today are, of course, our signature Team Image products, along with the everyday makeup that we're going to be showing you is going to be Extra Help Concealer. It's from Beauty Control. So all we do is put a few dots underneath the eye like that. Okay. And if you want to get a nice close-up of that, then we'll be able to kind of see what it looks like real close-up. So, okay. Perfect. And now all we're going to do is blend, and just look straight up for me. And as you're blending this, all you're doing is trying to get as close as you can to the lash line so that you cover any redness that's under the eye. And you want to cover any dark circles. Okay, so you can see that it's nice and blended, and if you just take a peek here, you can kind of see that it's just covering up anything that was there. So we have a great performance look. Next thing that we're going to do is we're going to apply what we call our silicone clear primer. And this is an amazing primer. I'm just going to give it to Ashley, have her put it on her fingers. All you need is just a teeny little drop. If you can kind of see, stick your finger up there in the camera and you can see it's a teeny little drop. And go ahead and just dot your cheeks, your chin, your nose, and your forehead, Ashley. And then we're just going to blend that in. And what the silicone primer does is it is really going to help the pores to be filled in, because we want to really have, from our performance look, nice porcelain beautiful skin. So this is going to help fill in the pores. It also, in this case for Legendary, since we have a glitter that's going to be used in the demonstration, it's going to help to keep the glitter from sticking into the pores. So this actually is filling the pores. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to use our powder fluff brush, and we're going to just gently apply the powder finish. And this is the wet dry finish made by Beauty Control. And it's our favorite finish simply because it just puts a nice, simple finish over the skin. And that way, when we go to use the glitter is not going to stick into the pores. And you're not going to have to use tape like we see some parents at cheer competitions, and some girls, we actually see them using packing tape and sticking it to their skin and pulling the glitter off, which in the long run is not a healthy thing to do for your skin. So you want to make sure you're taking care of your skin even at a young age. Alright, so once we have the wet dry, we're ready to go ahead and get started on the eyes. So the eye design begins with the Arctic White Shimmer Powder. So comes like this. All you want to do is pick up just a teeny little bit, and then we're going to go ahead and we're going to apply this directly underneath the eyebrows. Okay, and you can come down as far as you want to. You want to at least make sure that you cover to the orbital bone area, which you can kind of see when you press in like that. The orbital bone is where the eye creases, and so I'm wanting to make sure I at least cover it to that point because another color will be underneath here. So you go ahead and do both eyes. And of course this is mineral makeup, and so all of our makeup that we're sharing with you is non-comedogenic, which means that it will not clog your pores. It has not been tested on animals. There we go. And it's dermatologist tested as well, and ophthalmologist tested. Alright, so we have a good amount of that nice Arctic White shimmer powder made by Team Image, and it's actually called Glitz by Team Image. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and just so I can kind of mention as well, this is our Glitter Duo brush. It's got a two-sided brush, so we're going to be using this tapered angle side next for the Legendary Glow shadow, and we use the fluff side of it to do the Arctic White. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and switch over now on the brush to this side because we're going to want to be a little bit more detailed when we're using the Legendary Glow. Now there's also two ways that I'm going to show you how to apply the Legendary Glow. And come just sit up gently for me, okay? And just kind of turn, give a nice show of what that looks like. And so we're going to go ahead and with the Legendary Glow, depending on the size of your eyes, with Ashley's eye size between the eyebrow and the eyelashes, we've got a good amount of distance there, so I don't need to do the glue first. But for those of you that have smaller eyes, you're going to do option number 2, okay, when it comes to applying this green color. So for option number 1, again, we're using the tapered angle side of the brush. You just pick up a little bit of this color, okay, because it goes a long way. And then we're going to start right where the orbital bone ends, okay, so right there where that bone is, you're going to fill that in. I would kind of dot it first like this, and then you can pick up just a little bit more, and then you can just blend it. You want to go little bits at a time with these bright, vibrant colors because you want to try to keep it from sprinkling down into the cheek like that. But if it does, because we have the wet dry finish down first, I'll show you how it's not a big deal when you have the wet dry. But without putting the wet dry finish down first, or a powder that acts like a finish on the skin, then it's much harder. Alright, so again, this is kind of the wet dry finish is something that you can use all along the way to keep the look clean. So you can see how I did that and it took off that little speck that had fallen down here. Okay? So on the other eye, I'm going to show you option number 2. Okay, so option number 2, for those of you that have a smaller eyelid, and if you don't see the green showing up nice and vivid like that, I want you to do the glue first. Okay, so for option number 2, you're going to find that orbital bone again. So you can see where it falls. Go ahead and draw a line where you see the orbital bone. And then just follow it along. And now you're going to fill it in with the glue. And again, do a little check to make sure you're there with the orbital bone. Come right to a close, right to where the eyebrow ends is where you're going to end the color. Make sure it's nice and straight and that you've got a good coating of glue on. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to put our shimmer powder on afterwards because with the smaller eyes, you need to make sure you don't lose the green. The turquoise, I should say. So now I'm just filling it in, and you have to work kind of quickly when the glue's already down because we've got to get the glitter on and the glue. Or, sorry, the glitter and the shimmer powder on. All on before the glue dries. And you can see it's getting a little bit tacky. Okay, looks like I've got it good there. Now immediately take the fluff side of the brush and press the glitter on because the glue is starting to dry. So I want to go ahead and make sure. You can see it's pulling away from the brush. Just means it's nice and tacky. And the glitter shade is called Frosted Teal. It's got a variety of different colors in it. And depending on how the light hits it, you'll get a nice hue of colors as the light hits. Then again, we take the powder brush, and now I'm going to show you the magic. Get a good close-up so you can see all the glitter that has sprinkled down on the cheek. And I'll kind of have you just move up just a little bit here, Ashley, so we can get a good lighting on that. Just go with me as I turn your face, because I want them to kind of see if you can see that glitter. Okay, so now as I magically use the brush, it disappears, and now we don't have to use tape or pick at the skin. Because we put the wet dry finish down first, it automatically just brushes straight off. Okay, so there's one eye done that way. Now for this eye, the way that we were doing it, all we have to do now is just come back, and we can just press the glue right over the top. Just pat it on.